Hi, welcome to the latest issue of The Catalyst. My name is Sarah Uthoff and I am the current ILA president. Now I'm going to give you a rundown today of what you can find in The Catalyst, but be sure to read the parts that at least sound interesting below. Now, it has been a very busy spring for ILA. There have been a number of bills that needed dealt with, and I would really like to thank the GAC Committee, the Intellectual Freedom Committee, and the Iowa Association of School Librarians for all the work they have put in. And I'd also like to thank you who answered our calls for you to reach out to your legislators. So next time we get a request, please keep it up, but it is important to answer those calls. Now, speaking of legislators, we had a great turnout at Legislative Day, and I think as a whole it went really well. So I really appreciate those of you who came out. Now, a person in person is a lot more powerful to make an impression on legislators than it is to have no matter how many emails. So make sure that you keep sending those emails when we ask, but if at all possible, come and visit us at Legislative Day and help make an impression. Even if we don't get things done the way we want this year, you create a positive impression, and maybe next time we will. So I hope to see you then. Speaking of the Intellectual Freedoms Committee's continued efforts, they have been working on trying to help libraries be prepared for if they face challenges. Now, as I always say, it is important that this be an open and accurate process and that there are set rules that everybody follows. After all, if there is not a chance the book can be removed, then it's an empty shell, and if we expect people to follow the process and honor what the verdict is, we have to be prepared to do that too. But still, that doesn't mean that librarians can't support the right that most books have a reader who might be in your patrons. So, make sure you are prepared if a book challenge comes. There will probably be continued challenges across the state of Iowa. It's just what's going to happen this year. So make sure you are prepared, that you have the correct policies in place, and that there are copies of the forms that you will need easily at hand for all of your frontline customer-facing employees. So be prepared. The Leadership Committee is accepting applications now for the Leadership Institute. Now, this is a session at Kirkwood Community College, so if you come for it, be sure to stop by and say hi to me. Now, you also, inclusive in it, is spending the night at the Kirkwood Hotel, which not only is a really nice hotel, it also has doorbells. Really? I'm a proud graduate of the Leadership Institute myself, and I think it is a great next step to take if you are looking to promote and show leadership in whatever your current role is. And read more about it below. The ILA's Committee for Diversity also has a piece down there talking about their various webinars and articles to read and that kind of thing. This month's theme is climate and environmental justice. The Communication Committee, who put out these wonderful catalysts, and we appreciate it very much, is continuing to work on the timeline. Now, the idea is they want to gather what's going on in all the subcommittees and all the committees and all the subdivisions and get it in one place, so they will know what you need and when you need it ahead of time, so they can get everything ready and make sure they're ready to help you. So let them know as soon as possible and enter your information on the timeline The link is below. They are working on getting started with a little online interview talking to the different committees and subdivisions to help you know what ILA is doing. We hope it works out. We're just getting started, and make sure you keep an eye out. And if you're on one of those committees or subdivisions, be sure to volunteer so they know who they can talk to. The Bridge to Reading Awards nominees are out, and make sure you take a minute to watch the video linked below. It'll give you a list of the books and a blurb about each one. See if there's any of these picture books that you should add to your collection, and be sure to vote for the one that you think ought to win. Another part of interest in the Catalyst this month is talking about the Marshalltown Public Library. They are only one of 30 libraries across the entire country who got selected to host the traveling exhibit put out by the U.S. Holocaust Museum. If you get a chance to get to Marshalltown, be sure to take it to get a chance to see this unique exhibit. With one more thing, if you enjoy following ILA and knowing what's going on, be sure to follow us on social media. You can find us all around the web. Be sure to look for ILA. And that is the end of my presidential update for this Catalyst. I look forward to seeing you in the next issue.